safe anymore. Nothing shall escape. Do these people have no respect? The world is crumbling into chaos, and as everyone just lies around waiting for it to happen, pretending nothing is going on. I may see dead people, but I also see a lot of idiots out in the world. Everyone just sits around waiting for something to be done. But there's a problem. When everyone just sits around and lies and waits, nothing ever gets done. The idiots running the world, the idiots tearing it apart, will drive us into chaos. That's the way I see it. Give it time. You all see for yourself that history is about to be made. Hello, everyone! Ha 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 ha! It is January 18th, 2015. It's been a week since I talked with y'all last time. Hello, I missed you. Hello! Alright. There's actually been something I've been wanting to talk with you guys about for the last few days now, but unfortunately, I've been dealing with a really nasty head cold that I'm just barely getting off of. I'm still kind of fighting it right now. But I actually feel well enough to actually talk and give a shit about what's going on in the world. You know what I mean? Alright, so I'm pretty sure that some of you may have heard by now, especially if you're involved in the paranormal community. You've probably heard about the naked ghost hunting show that was being cast. For those of you who don't know, many people within the paranormal community, especially people who've happened to have their have themselves or their groups listed on the paranormal team listings that are available online. We all received an email from a television production company or their casting director for a show that promised a new spin to the paranormal. And basically it was asking for people who were willing to take paranormal investigations to the next level. Apparently, the next level is clothing optional. That's right. They were wanting naked paranormal investigators. Now, whether you yourself received a similar email that I have, or you happen to read about it through one of the many paranormal groups that are on Facebook right now, happen to hear it from Ghost Hunters Amy Bruni. I know she posted a little something about it on her Facebook. But whether or not, alright, so here's what I want to now, here's something I just want to say. Alright, I'm going to confess something. When I initially got the email, I was clueless about the whole controversy going on around it. I was not aware that it was for a nude paranormal show. My email specifically left out the nudity as compared to several other people who did get that portion of the email. In fact, if you go onto examiner.com, I know that they have the version of the email that excuse me, still fighting this cough. Examiner.com, they have a version of the email that includes all the details about the nudity portion. Alright. So, now my email specifically did not include the nudity. So, I was like, sounds good. I wonder what they mean about next level. So I did actually write back. Then 2 days later, one of my colleagues happened to post a link to the Examiner article about it that explained the naked portion. The naked. We got naked people. It was like, oh my fucking God. Alright, here's the worst part. There's been a friend of mine that we met in a psychology class. We met about a year ago. He heard about my paranormal investigations. He seemed really interested. He shows a good knowledge of the various topics within the field. You know, he's also asked me, you know, if I ever happen to be up in his area, because he's not exactly local to me, but he's also in Idaho, but just not very close to where we can easily make these types of arrangements. But anyway, you know, he's contacted me. You know, we've gone back and forth a few times about various subjects. I happen to get this email. You know, he's been wanting to come along. I was like, I shot him an email basically saying, yo, hey, I got this going on. You know, I know they're probably going to be looking for some more people. If I can word it around just right, you know, would you like to tag along? He said, hell yeah, let's make it happen. That same freaking day is when I was sent that link to the Examiner article. I basically sent him an email back saying, we got a problem. It's like, it was like, alright. So here's the part I want to talk about. First off, the first point I want to get across is I have absolutely no problem doing TV shows. If any of y'all happen to be working on a TV show, a movie, radio show, anything like that, and you think that I could be of service to your show, oh, dear God. If you think I could be actually worth a damn to your show, feel free to, give me a shout. I'd be more than happy to check it out. You know, chances are I'm doing my own radio show, I'm putting out my own books. It's likely that I'll do it so that way I can kind of promote my other projects that I'm working on. And I'm sure that there are a lot of others out there. Okay, excuse me for a second. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that there's others out there who would do the same thing. mean, it's not that we're trying to, try to make it big and famous, do all that, do this and that, try to become famous. It's just that, we like what we do, and, doing that type of thing, why not, It'd be a fun experience. It certainly would be an interesting experience. Give yourself a chance to educate others about what you do and what it really means. Put out some good word. And maybe, just maybe, find a way to make it to where the paranormal community actually breaks into a legitimate science. God, sounds like I'm about to throw up. I apologize. I have to make this show short. So anyway, if you want to do TV, radio shows, and all that, I personally think it's fine. I think you should go ahead, go do it. I'm working out a couple things myself. But there's a cost. There's a limit. And ghost hunting, dropping with no clothes on. That goes so far fucking past the limit that it doesn't even seem to exist anymore. Now, I'm not passing judgment because I was recently made aware during this whole mess that there are groups out there. Not a lot, but there are a few out there who do ghost hunt in the nude, which I honestly think is a bad idea because, number one, it gets cold. Number two, our equipment. We gotta lug around a bunch of crap, and if we have to run back and forth to grab stuff, we could potentially miss out on something incredible. That and skin. You can't really clip a lot onto skin without it hurting. And it just ain't gonna look right if you end up shoving a voice recorder up your ass. I sometimes wonder if that's what some of those other groups that do ghost hunting in the nude are doing. And number three, what the hell are you gonna do if a client were to walk up to you? How the hell is that gonna look? Think about it! This would hurt potential clientele. We're already being mocked enough as a field because of how many idiots think that they're going to get rich and famous off of this. We're already coming off another. We're already under fire. In fact, there's a very thin lines here. We all walk on very thin lines. Personally, seeing some of these people in the paranormal community, and I'm a bigger person myself. I'm not saying this to offend anybody. I don't want anybody writing to me saying, I'm prejudiced against anybody. Y'all try to flame me on that. I'm going to call you the most worthless pieces of shit for not minding your own damn business and not listening to a damn thing I'm saying right now. There's a lot of people in the paranormal community that I don't want to see naked. I'm a typical straight man. straight male. I don't want to be walking up to a buddy buck-ass naked. You know, I'll admit there's a pretty few gorgeous women in a field. You know what? Ghost hunting ain't the time for sex. That ain't the time. That would make for one weird-ass porno. But that ain't the time. You know, I believe there's a certain amount of respect. There's got to be a certain amount of professionalism. There's got to be a certain amount of common fucking sense. That we all got to pursue here. And doing it goes naked. First out, that's going to distract me. Because I'm a normal guy. I'm just a guy. Those thoughts are going to be popping in my head. Second off, y'all going to be cold. It's not going to look professional. And the ghosts ain't going to like it. Some of them may be naked themselves, but there's certain circumstances to that. Maybe they committed suicide. Maybe they were raped before getting raped and cut up. How about that? I don't want to see that shit. I know for certain if my ass croaks, I'm coming back. Feels like I'm gonna fucking croak tonight the way I'm coughing. I'm gonna come back and help out some of my fellow investigators. I wouldn't want them dropping their pants in front of me. You know, just out of respect. You know, what are the odds? I'm gonna be a ghost. I'm not gonna be able to do anything. Some of you are like, spirits are able to rape people. It's like, no, I'm not gonna do that. In fact, I'm gonna do whatever the hell I can to stop that shit from happening. But the way I see it, alright, I need to start wrapping myself up here. Alright, going back to the email. I know I'm kind of jumping around here. I'm sorry, my head's full of crap. Going back to the email that says it's putting a twist on the paranormal onto the paranormal using a field that not a lot of teams actually know about. It's like bull fucking shit. That's just a fucking excuse to creep in a paranormal reality series that's trying to squeeze in the same stupid ass concept of going bare ass naked in front of camera as other reality shows have been doing. The way I see it, there are a lot of idiots about to corrupt this field even further to where we might have to start coming up with a new name for true paranormal investigators. That's the way I see it. Now, if y'all excuse me, I'm not feeling too well. I just thought I'd put this out there. I hope y'all have a good time. Y'all be sure to check out my books on Amazon and on Barnes & Noble. Check out my websites, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. There'll be links in the description. See y'all next time. Bye-bye. And by the way, happy birthday to me. My birthday's tomorrow, so let me turn 19, so hopefully I can cut this crap out. Anyway, see y'all later. Bye-bye.